You're listening to the Bring the Thunder podcast, a podcast by fans for fans.
Yes, you are indeed, and welcome back to the Bring the Thunder podcast. Solo mission tonight. I think Satbeer will be joining in just a bit. OKC takes down the Dallas Mavericks 132-111 at home. They just killed them. They really just killed them. SGA, 33 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 10 of 12 shooting. 2 for 2 from deep, 11 of 12 from the free throw line, and a plus 24. J-Dub goes for 15, 8, and 5. Chet, 15 and 8. Kaysen with 11 3-3s tonight, which was good to see. AJ Mitchell adds 9, and Kendrick Williams and Aaron Wiggins for 10 points and 11 points, respectively, both on the Dallas Mavericks side tonight. 16 from Flag, 18 from Marshall. Ryan Nembhard looked really good early, kind of fizzled out towards the end there. 10 points. And off the bench, Hardy went for 23, scored a lot of points in limited minutes. Interesting. I mean, he looked really good. I don't know why he's not playing more for them. But for the OKC side, I mean, welcome in Sapir, by the way. SJ is just on a mission. He was downhill all night until about the end of the third where he shot 2 threes. Nothing but net on both of them. The sidestep 3 was unbelievable to end that third quarter, really. J-Dub's looking like he's getting back to form. 15 points, but he didn't have to score too much. 5-11. He hit a 3 tonight. He went 1 for 3 and made all of his free throws. Looked very good defensively as well. He looked like J-Dub. Chet looked really good. 6 of 11, made a 3, a couple free throws. Not really much needed from anyone else tonight. I mean, the guys filled up the stat sheet. I mean, off the bench, Mitchell scored 9, Carlson scored 9, Jang scored 7, Kendrick scored 10, Aaron Wiggins scored 11, Barnheiser scored 5, Chris Youngblood scored 3. Everyone scored tonight. Even Jay Will he started tonight, had a nice game. Satbeer, utter dominance tonight for OKC.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, we can't even watch our favorite team play in fourth quarters and even rely on like them to have a full game where it's like, I don't know, where it's enjoyable basketball, but I think most people probably even fell asleep at some point at the halftime. And then if you fell asleep for 4 minutes going into that second half, the game was pretty much cooked. Like we blew a 30-point, 20-point lead open so very quickly. And I think that's a crazy thing about this team. Like you pretty much can't blink. Otherwise you'll miss that moment where we took the lead. And that's really usually what's enjoyable about watching basketball is like, pushing away from teams, but we do it so quickly that you don't even notice that it happened. And I can pinpoint, I'm going to go back to my notes here, exactly where we kind of just took off. I mean, Shea in the first half had 17, had only missed 1 shot, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, a block. And at that point we were up 63-48. I mean, it was so fast. Like it's so hard to even recount like where that run even came from because we just kept playing our style. And I think the Mavericks honestly just slowed down on their end. Like we continue to dominate how we normally do. And their offensive, struggles, started to show up and their offense started to stall. And then boom, that's pretty much where they're missing like a guy like Kyrie that would give them consistency when they're starting to go off of a run. He could, probably pull 10 points by himself and keep it in, within range. But even then, I feel like they're not just a Kyrie away. And when I was watching this game, especially in that first half, I was like, wow, this team is actually super impressive. And then the way we blew them out in that third, crazy.
Yeah, they look like they have some players over there in Dallas. We touched on the rookies, Flag and Nembhard. Nembhard I really like.
And Jaden Hardy.
Jaden Hardy looks very good. The point guard Williams looks very good.
He's amazing too.
He saw 24 minutes tonight, but he was cooking early in the game, and then didn't see much of him for the rest of the game either. Something going on in Dallas, but they do have some young talent. And I think if they make the right moves for the future, they could have something going over there. It's OKC Thunder defense, Sapir. Let's talk about it. Missing Hartenstein. Anthony Davis had 2 points tonight. 2 points the whole game. He played 24 minutes. That's not something I was expecting.
We held him scoreless in that first half. I mean, Chet Holmgren had a block on him just before the halftime buzzer. That pretty much summed up how our defensive stint winning that first half against him. And he got frustrated, and then he got pretty much crossed over, and then he ended up on the bench. And that was pretty much his night. Like, he was a non-factor. Chet Holmgren dominating guys like Anthony Davis, whereas when Chet came into the league, it was all about him being skinny, fragile, injury-prone, blah, blah, blah. Now he's going to be an all-star starter. People are laughing when I make statements about Chet being an all-star level starter for the Western side or even for Team USA, but that's pretty much what he is. He is what he is. He's a top-level defensive player, high-engine offensive player, so it should be a no-brainer at this point that that's happening. And yeah, Anthony Davis got crossed up and hurt his knee. I mean, not that I was too shocked by it or anything, but Chet was dominating those guys. Anyone that was in front of him, tween, cross straight to the basket, left hand, off hand, it didn't matter. Fade away, push shot, whatever he wanted tonight. Chet Holmgren was pretty much eating all night long. He had some nice baskets for us. So I thought he was impressive. Also, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now scored 20-plus points in 95 straight games. And we can pretty much pin him in for the best streak right now because LeBron's streak of 10-plus points is gone. And I think this is the most impressive one. He's, I believe, 32 or 33 games away from beating that record. Also, he's league leading in 30-plus points. This is his 19th 30-point game in 23 games. People are not noticing. He has 6 more than the next highest player, which is Donovan Mitchell. I mean, and Donovan Mitchell is having a career year. So if you think about it, like a career year for a guard, for a guy like Donovan Mitchell, and he's had great scoring seasons, and then he's doing even better than that. I'm like, I can't even believe it, man.
He has 6 more than the next guy, and he's not playing fourth quarters in 90% of his games. So, I mean, super
31
by him,
31 points in 30 minutes, and it was halfway through the third where they pretty much yanked him at that point. And
33 points tonight. 33 tonight.
Yeah, 33 to end it, but still ridiculous that at the halfway point in the third quarter he had already 31. That's silly to me.
Yeah, 33 and 29 minutes. I wanted to focus on 2 things here before we get to more players. You mentioned, Dallas came out strong. End of first quarter was tied 27 apiece. Defense looked good from them. Offense looked pretty damn good. I was getting Andrew Nembhard flashbacks with his brother Ryan. Ryan looks really good. Flag was looking pretty solid. OKC won the second quarter by 15 and won that third quarter also by 15. Game was over right after that. A 30-point swing in 2 different quarters. End of the third quarter, they were up by 30 points. They lose the fourth quarter by 9, obviously, but they cover the spread by a lot of points. They win by 21, even though it was even worse than that. I don't think we understand yet how good Jaylen Williams is. This is now, his 4th game back, and he's going for 15, 8, and 5 on damn near 50% from the field. He's not missing free throws. He went 4 for 4.
In 24 minutes.
In 24 minutes, he adds a steal. His defense is great. When he's needed down low to play center, he'll play center. When he's on the best player on the floor, like a forward, he's going to guard him too. And he made his 3 tonight. It was 1 for 3 from deep, but his shot looks good. 4 games back from that wrist surgery. I mean, he looks like he's ready to take off now.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a scare on a drive against Klay Thompson where he kind of got hacked by him and he pointed towards his wrist, and I was a little worried. So that is something to monitor with him. Like, it's a very easy injury to re-aggravate, especially those types. I mentioned I was scared by it, so hopefully they manage that really well. But since he's been back, you honestly can't notice with J-Dub whether he's hurt or not. Like, he could low-key have a lot of injuries, and he just plays the same way because he's so consistent. And, I mean, his point of attack defense tonight was probably the most impressive thing. Like, guarding a guy like Jaden Hardy is not an easy thing. That guy can, start tearing it up very quickly. And I mentioned that in our pregame show there, and he pretty much was locking him down as best as you can. And I was honestly just impressed by his defense early on. Like, that showing transitioning from going from a center to practically playing shooting guard now for J-Dub, like, he can kind of do it all on the defensive, and he's just ridiculous. And then when I saw Chet doing what he's doing on offense and defense, these guys as a tandem, I mentioned this, they could end up with the most rings in NBA history because, they're just that much younger than Shea and they're playing alongside Shea. So they're going to have much more opportunities for finals appearances and things like that. I also wanted to mention Anthony Davis didn't score his first points until there was 8 minutes to go in the game. Chet J. Will and the Thunder defense pretty much held him to 2 points on 1 of 9 shooting before he exited the game. So as we were highlighting, the defense had to be impressive. I definitely took the over on the spread. I knew we were going to blow these guys out. Like, they just don't have enough. And I knew about Cooper Flagg as well. Like, I didn't think he was going to have a good game, even with Lou Dort or Alex Caruso being out. I knew having Kaysen and just even SGA on him would be enough to hold him steady for now. Like, he's going to improve his handle and everything else. But for now, not too worried about the Mavericks, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Dallas Mavericks tonight, like you mentioned before, there's nothing you could do tonight to stop SGA. He made 10 of 12 from 10 of 12 field goals tonight, but anything he wanted tonight, it was his. Getting to the rim, getting to his midi, the 2 threes in the third quarter when he wanted them, and then obviously getting to the line. I mean, dude is unbelievable. Like you mentioned, 33 points in 29 minutes, 5 rebounds, 6 assists as well. He's getting better in every game he plays this year, and that's the scary part. Shout out to Remix. What's going on, bro? This is one of our members, Remix. What's going on? But Sapphire, tell me why he won't win MVP this year. Can you make the case?
There is no case. I'm making a whole different case right now. This man's about to be the greatest player ever. I mean, he has the driving skills of Giannis and LeBron level at 6'6". He can have the flexibility of and balance of MJ and Kobe going towards the rack. And then on top of it, he's shooting like Steph Curry, doing step backs like James Harden. I mean, everyone's bag that you can think of in NBA history from an offensive player standpoint, Kevin Durant, you pretty much name it, he has that in his bag. He's got the deepest bag in the league. He has a deeper bag than Kyrie. You know I'm a Duke fan, so I've followed Kyrie my whole life. I've worn all his shoes. I mean, I've structured my game around Kyrie, watching him so much. This guy's got a better handle than Kyrie, a better turnover percentage. I mean, for guard scoring over 30, he has the highest or, best turnover percentage for that, stat. But it's not just the stat. You can see in his bag the different types of moves he has. And even that skip through move that he did when he dropped the defender and just was like, okay, I'm just going to jump over you. Like, he's doing some rare stuff on the court. And tonight, the way he dominated this team, honestly, Joe, I was with you in the beginning when you were saying like, oh, this could be a battle. We could be in for a fight. It was there. They put one up, but he made it look so easy to just dismantle. And he pretty much stole their soul tonight. Like, every time he shot a step back 3 or just came up and was like, he hit the first one and then the next one down, he was like, you know what? I'm just going to pull this just because I can. Every time he does that, it's scarier and scarier.
I got to interrupt here because our member, Indy, just gifted another Bring the Thunder podcast membership. Shout out, Indy. Round of applause for Indy in the chat. Whoever you gifted the sub to, comment. We'll bring you up. But shout out, Indy, man. We appreciate you. Sapphire, back to it.
Yeah, man. He's got the floor of a top 10 player. I already said this. I'm going to start standing on business on my takes because I feel like I make takes and I kind of do them half and half. I have to interrupt
you again, Sapphire, because Indy just gifted another Bring the Thunder podcast membership. Indy, 2 in a row. That is unheard of. Indy, we appreciate you, bro. I guess really quick, if you are new to the show, go check out our premium memberships on the channel, on the YouTube channel. That is a whole lot of perks that you guys can enjoy with us. Just go check them out. We will see you in the chat. Whoever Indy is gifting these subs to, come say your name, bro. Come join the community. Very happy. Thank you, Indy. Sapphire, back to you.
Yeah, I was going to say they can go ahead and check out the member playlist if they got it. And I think it's definitely worth it. But to get back to the all-time SGA takes, he's right there. And I feel like the other take that's going to be swept under the rug is how good Chet Holmgren's been. I feel like he's his name's not big enough yet. I know he's won an NBA championship. He was hurt a lot of the last season, and he had a great start to last season. And he's having just as good enough of a start this season as well, with the amount of talent that we have on the roster to deserve an all-star starting spot. SGA, from a strictly talent perspective, I think he's already top 5. Like, from just a bag perspective, defensively, one of the best guard defenders, shot blockers, and on top of it, he gets enough steals. He's competent on defense. He's not a net negative. This is getting absolutely ridiculous what I'm watching from him, and I can't be silent anymore, man. And the Luka stuff is not even on my radar. This man's chasing Wilt Chamberlain, man. Like, yeah, who is Nikola Jokic to this guy?
Absolutely. And can we talk about putting the shoulder down? And I forgot who was guarding him. I think it might have been Hardy. Putting the shoulder down on Hardy. Hardy falls. No call. Would have been a defensive foul, by the way. Hold up. We got a new member. And he gifted 5 Bring the Thunder membership. Shout out to JMOS721 in the chat. 5 gifted memberships. Bring the Thunder. Yes, sir. And also, Project Monster, welcome to the community, bro. Go check out all of our members-only videos. You can binge them all tonight, catch up.
Heck yeah, man.
Anyway, we're on a roll tonight, fellas. But yeah, I was going to say, he jumps over Hardy on the ground, lands on his left foot, and floats the ball in. I was probably the most disrespectful move I've seen in a while. He's adding things to his game every time we see him play, and he's only getting better. It's unbelievable. And to pair that with Jada Beck, and yes, shout out to Jack. To pair that with J-Dub and his offense that he brings with this defense, with Chet still evolving, obviously Hartenstein's out, but add Hartenstein to the mix, add AJ Mitchell off the bench, add Aaron Wiggins off the bench, Isaiah Joe shooting off the bench. Who am I? Alex Caruso. I'm running out of breath just saying all these names.
Shout out to J. Will tonight, getting inserted into the lineup and pretty much filling the iHeart role as we know he can do. We already know he's a great hub to, build your offense around, and he can pass the ball and it unlocks Chet Holmgren in a different way. Also gets Shea off the ball and really unlocks the offense overall for us. Not that we need more of it, but from a playmaking perspective, I'm always down to have someone in there. And I think with the size that he has against this team, it was particularly a great kind of X factor that Mark Dagnall brought into this, because now we know against other teams that have a bigger lineup, we can just insert J. Will instead of giving maybe more minutes to like an AJ who's a little bit shorter. And specifically for a team like the Rockets, who are a elite rebounding team. I don't know if you saw the statistic, best NBA rebounding team in NBA history for the Rockets. And so teams like that, we're definitely need double bigs, triple bigs at times. And so J. Will filling that role. And we already know like he's getting the triple doubles, everything else like that. But it's good to see him kind of fill into that role when we really needed him, especially with iHeart. And I know you were worried. Honestly, I really wasn't. I knew next man up would step up and we'd figure something out. But J. Will stepping into that role, I'm pleasantly surprised with, and his shooting will catch up with him. And I'm not too worried about a guy like that when he's getting deflections, playing the defense the right way, getting charges. He's creating extra possessions that a casual fan isn't catching on to. Whereas if he is missing a couple shots, he's bringing those possessions back on the defensive end in other ways through his hustle metrics. So for me, I'm perfectly fine with him on the court.
Got to shout out another new member, Vincent.
Let's go.
Welcome to the community, brother. Thank you. Vincent just became a member, and anyone in the chat who isn't, go check out our premium memberships on the pod. I'm on the YouTube channel. I'm telling you, so many perks we can all enjoy. You guys can all enjoy. And that's all I got. I mean, shout out to the chat tonight, man.
I got to mention this since there's so many new subs coming in. DM us on Instagram. Let's create a group chat with you guys. We want to do lives for you guys, special game shows where we go live. Pretty much make any video you want, anything you drop into our comment section that you want to make, you want us to make a video on, or whatever content you'd like to see as a member, we will do that anytime you guys want. So we got you guys.
Mostly anything. And I love you too, Vincent. And say hi to Jack for me, by the way. Anyway, back to the game tonight, Xavier. So we had different opinions on what was going to happen tonight. You said we were going to cover. Shout out to you. Absolutely right. I didn't think so. And I think you could understand the reason why I didn't think so. We had a bunch of guys injured. Our bench looked depleted. We had like two main bench pieces to come off the bench. Like Chris Youngblood was getting early minutes tonight, even though he was playing pretty decent for us.
Carlson came in too.
Did you see what I saw? Is the question. SGA wasn't messing around at all in this game from the get-go. Downhill to the rim, to the line, middies, and then at the end of the third quarter, he was getting loose with his step back, side step three, and all that. But he put this game out of reach early, and I think that was his plan from the start.
Yeah, I think he knows how important it is for him to get rest game to game because he's trying to play every single game that he can. And for him to only miss 2 shots from the field, like I still cannot believe what he did tonight. And the night previous to that, he had a crazy clutch performance. I'm like, this guy it's like either he finishes the game in the third quarter, or if you do take him all the way to the fourth, he finishes you off by himself in the last 4 minutes. It's pick your poison with this guy, and he can do it all. Like, I have no words. I guess the only thing we can nitpick at him is get his free throw percentage back up so he can get 50, 40, 90. But literally outside of that, he's playing perfect basketball. There's nowhere else I can say like he needs too much improvement. I did make a joke with a bunch of my buddies in a group chat. I said, this guy needs to start hitting some box jump and, start dunking like Anthony Edwards or Kobe or MJ, and people will start giving him that proper respect. I feel like that flashiness may be missing from the dunking side because guys like John Morant and, even Derrick Rose, they get a lot of respect as guards, whereas SGA kind of gets no respect throughout the league outside of Thunder fans. So,
yeah, I do. I wish we had more Maverick fans in the chat tonight. I would ask them, like, was that 33 on 10 of 12 ethical enough? Was that ethical hoops enough for you guys or no? But yeah, everything he's done has been the highest level you could ask for. You mentioned he doesn't dunk like LeBron. Well, I'm not even going to say what I'm thinking because I don't want to jinx anybody, but he doesn't do that. And the one other thing, if we want to nitpick, he might be the worst, like, half-court heave, three-quarter court heave at the end of the quarter player of all time.
I think
he for it too.
And he gave it up to, like, Chris Youngblood on one of them. He was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
He did. He shot the first one. They gave it up to Youngblood on the second one. Unk, welcome into the chat, brother. Yes, I think they're good. I'm not sure yet, but I think they're pretty good. Capers,
I think 11-0 at home, 14 straight wins, 22-1. I want to bring some stats into this. King Capers, welcome into the chat, brother. We got SGA has only played 11 fourth quarters. He sat 12 of the fourth quarters, and he leads the NBA in clutch minutes. Like, clutch points, whatever. Like, he hasn't even played that many clutch minutes as well. I think he's 20 minutes below the amount of points that he's had. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. I think he's a runaway on that one, but SGA is better than Braun. 20-point streak is more impressive than the 10-point streak.
Jack's going crazy. Look at this one.
Oh, my goodness.
SGA don't care about accolades, yet he still get all the accolades. That's tough, Jack. I'm not going to lie. That's tough as hell. And then Vincent here. Didn't know you were a Mavs fan, but I'm being, like, fully honest. Like, there's a lot of good young talent on that team. They just have to make the right moves. I think it starts with trading AD. Hopefully there's a suitor. Like a team that wants him, I should say.
The Bulls want him.
The one that stands out. If you get something for him, maybe move Kyrie too, because Flag, he's 18. He's the youngest to have a 35-point game in the league ever, younger than LeBron. Back in his day, I'm telling you, Nembhard was giving me flashback to the finals. I didn't like it. Early in the game, so they have
Hardy's only 22 or 23. Max Christie's only 22, 23. They have a really solid roster that they should just commit to. I said that in the pregame. They just need to fully go ahead and hit that reset, get some picks so they can get in there. Welcome in, React, bro. What's up, man?
React, bro. Welcome to the community, man. All right. What does Capers want to talk about now, real quick? You want to talk about Jaylen Williams' jump shot dropping off since 20. Bro, he was great.
We covered him for tonight's game. We covered the fact that it doesn't matter about his jump shot, whether it's falling or not, because of
all the other things that this man can do. He can get charges, defensive deflections, create extra rebounding opportunities, and the assisting that he creates from a playmaking big pretty much fills the exact 4 things that we're looking at of Hartenstein, and he pretty much can fill that at almost the same rate, if not better at times, when his 3-point shot's on, because Hartenstein doesn't even take threes.
He's also got that shoulder wrap every game, so we'll see, how much that is affecting him as well. But he's a baller, but his shot is broken out. He'll get back to it. And Unk said he's a great locker room. He's the best locker room guy. Come on now, that's why he signed. Really,
best in the league.
All right, Sapir, do you have Sapir's quarter ready?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a segment we like to call Sapir's Quarter. Take it away, Sapir.
All right, we're going to do start, bench, cut. And this time we're going to bring 3 players from this game. Every time we're going to stick with players from the game. So we're going to do AJ Mitchell, Nembhard, and Jaden Hardy. I mean, all offensive guys, all really young, all could have really flourishing careers. You can either do this in a present way or for future outlooks. Unk, amazing right there. We got to
go to answer. Yeah, we'll think about that. All right.
Start Jack. Oh, my goodness. All right, so everyone's going to say start AJ, but I'm curious, Joe, what are your thoughts on AJ, Nembhard, and Hardy, man? Those are the 3 guys. Start, bench, cut.
So I think it's tough, right? Because Hardy, we've seen a little bit more than Nembhard, but from what I saw tonight, he's small, but he plays just like his brother, and I think he might be even just a little bit better. He's so young and he's a rookie. Hardy looks good, but we've kind of seen maybe his peak. I know he's still young as well, but we've seen him for multiple years now. I'm going to start AJ and get Nembhard off the bench. Even being at 5'11 and a half, he played some solid defense tonight while he was, when they were attacking him. I'm reading the comments here. Vincent, I agree with you, but I'm going to start AJ. He's been fantastic. He's great at defense. He's such a good driver. Like, they'll cut him off. He'll dribble back out to the 3-point line and go right back in. It's like the craziest thing I've ever seen. Jack, calm down, bro. Jack goes start AJ, bench Nembhard, cut Hardy. I absolutely agree with this. That's my answer.
I love it. I think everyone will go ahead and agree with Jack with the amazing take there. But I do want to say everyone is sleeping a little bit on Hardy, man. Like, he's got something to him. He's still young. There's still a lot more development.
He was shooting the hell out of the ball tonight.
I will say, out of the 3 players, his offensive ceiling may be the highest, in my opinion, from an offensive ceiling, just from an offensive perspective. His bag is deep, man, for a young guy like his age. Like, he may not have that defensive upside of an AJ Mitchell. He may not have the overall playmaking, ball handling skills of a Nembhard. That's why those guys are probably ranked higher than he is. Mm-hmm. But just from an offensive, he could be a great 6-man in the league. I think any team that would have him in that role, whereas he just comes in, gets a bunch of buckets, similar to having that Jordan Clarkson type of guy. I think he fits that role really well. So I can agree with him getting cut, but he's right there, man.
Yeah, I agree. Remix in the chat goes, where's Jack's jersey segment? Jack's on vacation. He's on paid vacation, though. He'll be all right. But he's losing his money tonight. Anyway,
this is an insane comment right here. I got to address this.
Crazy comment.
This is ridiculous. You know what?
I'm not going to lie.
Actually, that's true.
5 years ago, yes.
No, I think even presently, I think your shot's better than mine in general.
I just need a couple water breaks every couple minutes nowadays. But
yeah.
I don't know. We've never seen each other play, so I don't know.
We need a lot more than a couple water breaks, Joe.
Yeah, no, a couple timeouts, water breaks.
Yep.
Oxygen mask on the side. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, that is a crazy comment. Anyway, do you have anything else tonight from any takeaways from tonight's game, or do you want to go preview the next? Jack, bro,
we've got to go ahead and move towards the preview. I feel like we've covered everything. The one thing I do want to cover is the NBA writer.
Wait, hold on, Tabby. I really like this comment from Tabby. This is going to happen, by the way, in January. So be prepared. Maybe first or second week of January. That's coming in Oklahoma City. So
we'll do a live stream. We'll have some fun with it. And if you guys are going to be in OKC, we'll drop the dates here sooner rather than later. So be on the lookout for that. But I do want to mention the NBA ladder for NBA.com. It still has Nikola Jokic, I think, the past 3 to 4 weeks ahead of SGA. And I don't know what the guy is watching, the writer for that. Like, I called him out on my Twitter all of last year where I felt like SGA was head and shoulders over Jokic, and he clearly was because he won the MVP. I feel like it's the same thing. He's trying to build a false narrative that Jokic is even in this race. I think SGA is leading this thing by a mile, in my opinion. There's no way. I know the stats that he's putting up, but the amount of winning that we're doing combined with the lack of fourth quarters that this man is playing, come on, man. Like, he's got to be in the first spot, and there should be a gap between the first and second spot. It should be SGA gap and then even Jokic after that, and I don't think anyone's even close to Jokic himself. So
yeah. I agree with that. I'm here, by the way. Tabby said March. Yeah, it's a great place. It's a great place. But I absolutely agree. Do you want to talk about the MVP ladder a little bit?
Well, I kind of mentioned it. Like, I know where my stance is. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, right now Jokic is still number one. He had a great game tonight. I'm not going to lie. They were down by 20. He started off 2 of 11. I think he still dropped 40. But I think it's going to come down to, I just don't see, if OKC breaks the record, I don't see how they can't give it to SGA. If he's averaging 33 points, it's going to go to SGA.
Yeah. It's just not making any sense that he's barely playing, any fourth quarters right now, and they have him in second place. Like, I just can't understand it, man. I really can't for the life of me, but I think we should move towards a quick preview for next game.
Yeah. So Sunday, we get a nice little day off tomorrow after this beatdown. We're going back to Utah, taking on the Jazz, 7 p.m. Central start. I hate playing in Utah. They scare the hell out of me every time. Your thoughts? Quick thoughts.
I'll keep it to a sentence. That game's going to be over by the first half. The way SGA is playing right now, there's no way Utah even has a chance. We cover the spread. I'm taking overs on everybody on the Thunder roster.
We'll get into that in the actual preview.
I'm mentioning it right now. I don't care. Taking all the overs. They're getting destroyed. On to the next game. The game that I'm really looking forward to is that Suns matchup, and Devin Booker will be playing for that. So I'm actually excited about that.
That's good news, actually, because we want to play him at full strength. For me, in Utah has the potential to pop off from the three-point line at any time. They have a very good offense, not good at defense. If we're healthy, like healthy-ish, like even if we bring the same lineup from tonight, I think I agree as well. I think it'll be over. SGA plays 3 quarters, same old story. But Utah's always a tough place to play, whether you like it or not. So we will see. But we'll have the actual preview for you guys Sunday morning before the game starts. But other than that, Zephyr, do you have anything else, man?
Klay Thompson is washed. D'Angelo Russell is washed.
Yes.
The Mavericks rivalry is pretty much dead. And
it's dead.
I guess my favorite part has been just watching the Mavs fans scramble as they lost their key player. And now that he's on the Lakers, I don't think he's really going to win any championships over there, in my opinion. And go Thunder Dynasty, man.
I love that. All of Dallas is washed. Yes, absolutely agree. All right, guys, thank you all for tuning in to the Bring the Thunder podcast. It's been such a pleasure having all of you guys in the comments, tuning in. We love each and every one of you, everyone who's joining the premium subscriptions on the YouTube. Shout out to all of you guys. Shout out to all the members. If you are enjoying the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Unc knows where I'm going with this. Subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and we will see you guys Sunday night. Well, actually, you'll see us Sunday morning for the pregame. We'll see you Sunday after the game in Utah. And Unc, I forget Unc, is there something I was supposed to say? Oh, I got it. Thunder up, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.